Hi there. Today is Friday, May 22nd. Come along with me on a walk through the nursery to see what we have in stock this week. All right, we sell plenty of blackberries, thornless blackberries, Cotto, Sweet Dark Ponca, Natchez, only in gallon size, and lots of small triple crown there in quart size. A few Jenny Bell service berries, June berries. We have more smaller ones in back that'll be ready to go soon. Some Georgia red raspberries. We finally have Jewel black raspberry available again. Um, Lots and lots of elderberries, Marge, Wildwood, Bob Gordon, and Ranch. A lot of nice honeyberries now. We have Cinderella, um, Pollinizer, Check 17, Svetlana, Boreal Beast, Boreal Beauty, and Boreal Blizzard. Those are kind of small guys still. Blueberries, Polaris, just one St. Cloud left in a 2-gallon pot there. Hannah's Choice, Blu-ray, Aurora, um, Powder Blue, Blue Crop, Columbus, Polaris, Patriot, Hannah's Choice, more Blue Crop, more Columbus and Powder Blue, and some little Legacy, which is a new one for us. Gummies, Sweet Scarlet, and Carmine. We have more of those in the back. They're still kind of small, but they're doing well. And then seedlings of each of those still available. Phillips High Bush Cranberry, just in the gallon pots, except for one little quart pot Phillips there. Aronia berries, we have Mackenzie, Nero, and Viking. Still, I think we still have all of those in both quart size and gallon size. Down around here, lots of figs. Chicago Hardy, Magbar, Sunfire, Abu George, Latarula, Syrian Dark, a couple Brooklyn White, Violet Dauphine, Syrian Dark, more Chicago Hardy, and Malta Black, and I think Abu George back there. Some nice big Kentucky coffee trees in 2-gallon pots. A couple 1-gallon size of those left. One black locust. A couple thornless honey locust seedlings, as well as one grafted Cooper, Tennessee thornless honey locust. Some little yellow wood trees. That's exciting. That's a new thing, but they're still tiny little guys. Some senna, redbud, mostly in quarts. There are a few gallons, 1 2-gallon redbud. Still have a lot of nice heart nuts, some quarts, a lot of gallons, a couple black walnuts, a few shellbark hickories, some bur oaks. Those I just found in the back, in the held back area, but those are actually for sale. Just one butternut tree in a 2-gallon pot. Lots of chestnuts still, including American chestnuts that are not guaranteed to be blight resistant, of course. There's some more bur oaks. Some chinkapins, blue moon hickory, Chinese chestnuts, Lots of Chinese chestnuts, some timber type crosses, chestnut crosses, um, and what are those? I forget. Hybrid hazelnuts. The ones marked DS. Um, and those are still pretty small, but ready to go. Some beaked hazel. More hybrid hazelnuts are in quart pots. A few not European, Eastern hazelnuts. Those are the native ones. And mostly in gallons. There's a couple little quart size. Down around here, the peaches. We have Reliance on the dwarfing rootstock, as well as a few smaller ones on the semi-dwarf rootstock. Redskin on semi-dwarf. Raritan Rose on semi-dwarf and dwarf. Madison on dwarf rootstock. More Raritan Rose on semi-dwarf. Harrow Diamond on semi-dwarf and dwarf rootstock. More Raritan Rose. Lots of nice wild white peaches in quart pots. The David's almonds. We still have a lot of nice ones in gallon pots, and just a couple dwarf size also in gallon pots. One David's almond on semi-dwarf there in a quart pot. A few Shinseki semi-dwarf Asian pears in gallon size. Lots of nice Nanking bush cherries, some little tiny guys that are seedlings, and then some white Nanking bush cherries, Ian, Gabe, and Jules. A few Cherapoogie red bush cherries left, and more seedlings there. Persimmons, we still have a nice selection of persimmons, lots of Proc. A few Rosa Yanka, 100-46, Mount Roman Kosh, a couple Suzukas, F90 fruiting male, Ennis seedless, Osage, Autumn 2, H63A, DEC Moneymaker, a couple Geneva Long, one little Cassandra. I don't know that one's not quite ready to go yet. Some more peaches and almonds down here. Just more of what we had at the beginning of the table. Flowering quince, the Toya Nishiki, an old-fashioned red flowering quince, and Cameo. Mostly in quarts, a few 2 gallons. A few gallons of the Toya Nishiki. Plums, we have one AU Rosa and one Methley, and then some blackthorn or slow plum, and a few little tiny wild plum seedlings. They're I'd say they're ready to go. They're still pretty small though. And then apples here. On the dwarf fruit stock, we have Molly's Delicious, Pristine, Liberty. Um, let's see, one Enterprise, Red Free, and then semi-dwarf, we have Pristine, Enterprise, Arkansas Black, Geneva Crab, Williams Pride, more Pristine, Red Free, Molly's Delicious, and lots of Liberty. All right, down here, the larger fruit trees. So I have a ton of pears, Sunrise, Red Claps, Honey Sweet. Let's see, lots of Honey Sweet, Korean Giant, Bosque, more Bosque, Shenandoah, Potomac, Harrow Sweet, Magnus, and there's one Shinseki in a larger pot there. All right, so a few larger peaches here. These are mostly semi-dwarf Reliance, a couple dwarf Reliance, a couple more pears there, red claps, and Potomac. Seedling Cornelian cherry, one royal medlar, one little tiny Calhoun thornless honey locust, a sumac, some orange basket willow, some nice ginkgos, jade butterfly, Salem lady, tubifolia, and gold spire. That nice big one there is a jade butterfly. There's one plum there. Whatever MT is. I'm forgetting that right now. Some larger apples here. Red Free on semi-door fruit stock. And Molly's Delicious. One Magnus pear and a Brioca pear. And then the water table, we have a few of the white fragrant water lilies coming up there. Lots of hornwort is available. The azola is starting to get going now that it's warming up. We have some nice lizard tail, soft rush, some cardinal flower, one cattail, some curly rush, duck potatoes, pickerel weed, marsh marigold, horsetail, more pickerel weed, more duck potato up here, mixed with some obedient flower that's disobediently seeded into their pots. Some sweet flag, both the American sweet flag and the variegated sweet flag. Soft stem bulrush. It's really blooming right now. Pretty cool. Some pink spiderwort. Sochan or cutleaf coneflower. A few glade mallow. Swamp milkweed. Scarlet rose mallow. And obedient flower. Okay, here on the clearance table, we have some Greel biomass willow, Marge elderberry, that's the European one, the unnamed black currant is fruiting there in the pot, some extra yucca, lots of yucca down here. We have some nicer plants that are not 50% off, but we're just overstocked on that right now. I believe there's a columbine, eastern red columbine back there. More black currants, more Marge elderberries. Then persimmons. We still have lots of nice little seedling persimmons in the 3-inch pots. Those are seedlings of improved varieties. And then the grafted persimmons, we have Atwood, Layman's Delight, Chappelle, Mango, Tropical Treat, Jerry's Big Girl, Alhorn White Flesh, Overlease, DC Norma, just one of those, one KY Champion, one Summer Delight, and a Pina Colada, a couple Sunsprout, IXL, and I think that's it for now. Mulberries, we're getting down a little bit on our mulberry availability. We have a couple seedlings of Illinois everbearing, but I believe we are out of the clones of Illinois everbearing. We have Korean Kakuso in quarts and gallons, Collier in gallons, 1 gallon Italian, it's fruiting right there. Viola's lavender in quart pots, and then the native Morris rubra, some gallons and 2 gallons. Now, one of these has made a few fruits this year, so we know that one's female. It's marked on the pot. The others, of course, we don't know yet. Oh, there's another fruit on that one. Did I mark that one? Oh, I did. Okay. Gooseberries, we have Pixwell, a few Sabine, and some Amish. Black currants, Lewis R. in 2 gallon pots and quart pots. Tybin in 2 gallon pots and gallon pots. Nancy May just in gallons and 2 gallons. And the unnamed black currant that we've had for a while in quarts. And Minaj Miriu black currant in quarts. And one nice Crandall clove currant. That's a tier 2 plant in a quart. And a couple Gloire de Sablon pink currants in gallons. Alright, up here we've got some bamboo, the yellow groove, as well as the native river cane. All of those are in gallons now. Some corkscrew willow, American pussy willow, Greel biomass willow, dappled willow, orange basket willow. Flowering dogwoods, 3 of those in quarts, 1 2-gallon, and some nice gallon size native flowering dogwoods. The red osier dogwood in quarts. Those are pretty big plants for quart size pots. And some silky dogwood in gallons. The cornelian cherry dogwoods. We have some seedlings as well as some grafted varieties, including Pioneer, Red Star. I'll have to sort through those again to see which grafted ones we have. They've gotten mixed up. And then Cornus Cusa, that's the Asian flowering dogwood. A lot of seedlings of those, and then the grafted ones we have are Big Apple and Julian. Oh, there's a big fruit Cornus Mass in a gallon pot. Seedless Che, lots of seedless Che, and then the other varieties of Che, we have a couple males, some Chulri, California Dreaming, and then the rest of these are the seedless variety, which is the one that we prefer and generally recommend. Grapes, we have Darlene Muscadine, some Carlos Muscadine, and then of the bunch grapes, we've got some Arundel, a couple Vanessa, Einset, Tom Cord. And then there's some more Muscadines, Janet and Summit. Then some larger Concord in 2-gallon pots, Buffalo and Steuben. Lots of ground nuts here, quart pot LSU, a few gallon LSU, and some wild ground nuts just at gallons. Some Yakone, which is a really delicious tuber, but those aren't hardy here. You have to keep them in the root cellar over the winter. Sunchokes, Smooth Red, Nora, and Supernova. Hardy Prickly Pear, Skirret in gallons and quarts. Kiwis, the hardy kiwis, we have acai, ananasnaya, 55, lots of acai now. Ken's Red, Dumbarton Oaks, Changbai Mountain, and then in the gallons, Changbai Mountain and Ananasnaya, at Geneva 3 and 55. And then we have a lot of 2-gallon males, both the unnamed male as well as Oppets. Oppets male kiwi in quarts, and Fairchild male kiwi in quarts. Coral honeysuckle in quarts, improved maypops, a few magnolia vine, jujubes. We still have a lot of nice Georgia 866 on their own roots, and a few tiger tooth on their own roots. And there's some Russian pomegranates mixed in there. Entek Hobby Seva. I think that's a Russian one. It might be Afghani. Ginkgos, one Eastern Star, and a bunch of Goldspire. And then up here on the herb table, we have a few black cohosh left, just one blue cohosh, some bellwort, smooth Solomon seal. This is new. We just got in some ginseng, celandine poppies, dwarf crested iris. That's our native iris, the little woodland one. Some sensitive fern, ostrich fern, golden seal. Got some little 3-inch pots of golden seal as well. May apples starting to go dormant for the season, in gallons and quarts. Spice bush. These are cloned female and male spice bush. Have those in quarts right now. They're tier 2 since they're clones. But we have a decent number of those. Blue spiderwort, woodland stonecrop. The Virginia bluebells have gone dormant for the season. Swamp milkweed. One Kentucky kernel mint left. Some sort of sunflower there. This red clove-scented dianthus is flowering like crazy now. It smells amazing. It's all floppy though, but it's a pretty amazing color in person. One rue plant left. Some gray catmint, catnip, a wild bergamot, bee balm, monarda. Oregano, we have Zorba Red, compact oregano, and Arum Gold creeping oregano. The variegated Myoga ginger we have back on the table here again, as well as blue stocking or raspberry wine, monarda, bee balm. Topaz, St. John's wort, lots of yuccas, both in quarts and gallons. Lots of nice ornamental clovers. Salmon dare, clover, pink bush clover. Salmon dare and pink fountains. Lots of little senna, both the senna herbicarpa and senna marylandica. Field pussy toes. One little gold star rudbeckia, some purple chives, a couple little asters, some hyssop, sweetgrass, Himalayan silver mint, oregano mint, some leaf celery, big leaf mountain mint, starting to try to flower there, sochan or cutleaf coneflower, Virginia mountain mint, Eastern red columbine, some little Labrador violets, wild white yarrow, some red sedums, perennial sorrel, crispin fernleaf tansy, a few kind of sad little wild gingers there. Um, the purple raspberry. This is a native one that doesn't really make a decent sized fruit, but it's more of an ornamental shrub. Um, some American beautyberry in quarts and gallons. That's a really cool one. Um, witch hazel. We have both the Vernalis and the Virginia witch hazel. Some ramps starting to go dormant for the season, but we still have some 3-inch pots and quart pot ramps. Alright, and here in the back, stuff that we don't have quite ready to go yet, but will be ready soon. Some cloned hazelnuts, Sacagawea, Doris, McDonald, Tonda di Gifoni. I think that's it. They're still looking good, but haven't put out enough new growth for me to be comfortable putting them on the table yet. We have a bunch of little more scrubra seedlings, native red mulberry. Some seedlings of this new variety of gumi that we're really excited about called Wang Bo. And then all of this is stuff we have on the table. And then the one other thing that we have out here that is about ready to go on the tables are these Francis Elizabeth sour cherries that are on their own roots. They're cutting grown. We're sort of excited to have another sour cherry to offer. And then there's some more of those Wangbo gumi seedlings.